For teen council, we go to the Ronald McDonald House in Buffalo. I was really happy to get a tour there and to help make meals and even meet some of the people that were there. It was just really inspiring, and I'm glad I could show my love for Christ to people who needed it.
I've altar served for like 10 years of my life. I have helped train new altar servers. It shows that I love God because I get to help him and the priest with the ministry of getting the altar ready.
For school and the National Honor Society, I've helped out at Special Olympics. And when you're there, you can tell the kids there participating in the events that they really appreciate when they have people there to support them. They call it being a buddy when you work at the Special Olympics. You basically follow a group of students around and just root for them, and God is there and that He loves you.
So I've worked for the past 2 years as a camp counselor at Camp Turner. I had one specific girl who didn't have a mother around in her life. It's really important to all of us that we show this child that someone loves them, to be that person who really loves them while they're at camp. And this one little girl at the end of the week asked me if I would come home with her and be her mom in real life, and I told her, well, I'll always be your mom at Camp Turner.
I've loved others through my life. I always try to be patient and give them time. Like one of my friends was going through a hard time recently, and I was there to talk with him no matter how late it was. I'm a scout, so I have cheerful service under my belt. I remember a time when I had to help a scout out. This kid was just having a lot of trouble. He didn't seem to want to be there at all. We just kind of talked a little bit to each other and really tried to lighten up the mood. We started a campfire, and he pretty soon perked up.
With the choir that I'm involved in, at one of our specific concerts, we perform for Camp Good Days, which is a center for children with cancer. This one kid, Josh, has been there every single year, and he really looks forward to us coming there and performing, and he always sings and dances with us, and it just shows me how God really has a plan for him and has a plan for everyone.
I began volunteering with dementia patients at a long-term care facility. Working with these people who had a type of neuromuscular disorder fueled my desire to conduct research on neuromuscular disease as well. We conducted a great deal of research that can be applied to assisting people who have various types of neuromuscular diseases, and I think this is all connected under loving others, just thinking about what I can do for other people to show that I care, whether I know them or not.
The hardest thing to me living out my faith in my everyday life is telling my boss that I can't work Sunday mornings, and when I get scheduled that I have to find someone to take my shift, because the most important thing to me is going to Mass every Sunday.
I went on a companion's trip. This one particular guy that came, he would just sit down and talk with us all day, every day. He really liked to talk about God. I think that his faith was one of the things that kept him going. To be open to what he was saying, I really had to actually open up to James myself. That required me to be honest with not just him, but myself and also God.
So over the summer, our parish decided to take our first mission trip. After the mission trip, I came back, and I now try to live with integrity every day by treating the people that I see around here every day the same way that I did when I was down there working with these people that I did not know at all.
The main part of this topic is to see, like, in yourself what is faith and what it means to you, and then from there you go out to how you project that to others. I volunteered with the Stop Hunger Now. We put together food packets for people in the most need in our world today.
One way that I have been on call for the Holy Spirit is by teaching first grade religion. That was a big challenge for me, being able to plan and do all this stuff to make sure that the kids were always on track and learning about their faith in the best way possible. And so that in turn helped me to understand my faith better.
One way I've been living on call or being open to God's plan for me is through my service work. I work with Habitat for Humanity, setting up like the tools, the job sites that they're going to be working on, and placing families with them. That's interesting to do because it shows me two aspects. It shows me people who need help and then the people that are always willing to help too.
A few of the ways I have been on call for the Holy Spirit is by being a religious education teacher for the middle school kids at my parish. I think it's very important for the middle schoolers especially to see teenagers still involved in their faith and to show that everyone from all walks of life can be involved in their faith. I know that I learn from them as much as they learn from me.